Hello and welcome to the Marketing One podcast. I'm your host, Anusha, Kannan, and it is great to have you here. Are you looking to move into marketing or want to learn marketing from scratch? We discuss all things marketing, analytics, business, personal branding, AI, and much more in a way any layman can understand. If you're new here, make sure to follow along and get on that email list by visiting anushakannan.com/email list to receive newsletters from me twice weekly. Follow at Anusha Ramesh Kannan on TikTok. Tag us on your stories. Would love to see that. And now let's dive in. Welcome back to another episode. In today's episode, we are going to talk about micro-influencers and how to influence them, sort of leverage whatever they have to use that for your brand. So let's get started. Micro-influencers, who are these people? They are social media personalities with followers. I would say they start from 1,000 to 100,000. And I do think that they're not like celebrities or mega influencers. Micro-influencers have a highly engaged audience and often with a very specific niche. I don't know if you guys know a lot of micro-influencers because I would love to know people that you follow and you trust and you like the content. Comment down below because Spotify allows you to comment now, and this also goes on YouTube. So comment down below your favorite micro-influencers, because micro-influencers are really something that works in the marketing industry because their followers see them as relatable and trustworthy, which makes their recommendations incredibly impactful. I do believe in micro-influencers because I have a few that I like, and I will tell you who my favorite micro-influencers are if you tell me yours. First, let's talk about why micro-influencers are so effective. I have been influenced by micro-influencers. I was recently influenced to buy something because of a micro-influencer, which benefits me. It's not like they made me spend a lot of money. I didn't spend anything on it. So that was a great investment. If you're interested, let me know. I will tell you more about it. I do believe that their smaller, more targeted audience means they can create more personalized and genuine connections. I've also seen that micro-influencers promote the products and services that they themselves have tested and use. It kind of becomes UGC, but it's not exactly, because sometimes they do still promote the products that they don't use, but in most cases they do. Their authenticity translates to a higher trust, and which I also believe consequently becomes effective marketing, right? Now, how do you find these right micro influencers for your brand? I would start by identifying your target audience and the platforms that they use. One thing I've noticed is what works on Instagram doesn't work on TikTok. You've probably noticed this too. You need to know where your audience like seeing all these videos, because what you post on TikTok does not work on YouTube. You can use tools like BuzzSumo, Hype Auditor, or influencer.co to search for influencers in your niche. Write it down. Look for those with high engagement rates rather than just focusing on follower count. Please do not focus on quantity, focus on quality. Check their content quality, their audience demographics. Does it fit with what your brand is looking for? And also look at the past collaborations that they've done to make sure that it's not like it has to come across as being authentic, rather than can it actually be authentic? Can it be an authentic fit? Building authentic relationships with micro-influencers is important because you don't want to be that person that's going to say, hey, this is how much we're ready to pay you, just do the job. Rather, I would say, hey, this is what our product is. This is what our service is. This is what we do. Do you use this? Have you used anything like this? Because this also becomes an opportunity for you to kind of have your own, a little like one-on-one focus group situation when you reach out to them with personalized messages showing genuine interest in their content and offer them something of value. And it could be your product, it could be exclusive access, monetary compensation, or featuring them on, if you have a big media following, featuring them there. There has to be a win-win situation. This is a partnership. I do believe that you have to respect their creativity and let them represent your brand in their unique voice, which again brings me back to the point of understanding what they do and how they do it, because if that does not resonate with your brand values and what you're looking to convey to your audience, there might be a bit of a mismatch there. And when creating campaigns, clarity is key. So I would say in advance, set clear goals, expectations, but allow creative freedom. Don't restrict too much, because these creators, these micro-influencers have their own way of doing things, and their audience are probably used to it. They know what they can expect from the influencer. And you don't want to restrict that, because that can then come across as inauthentic. Micro-influencers know their audience best. So trust their judgment on what content will resonate, whether it's product reviews, giveaways, sponsored posts, Just make sure that the content is just what they do, that it aligns with the influencer style. Please don't force too much. I would say don't force anything there. So let's look at a successful example. Daniel Wellington, the watch brand. I'm not a watch person. I'm trying to become a watch person. It's a classic case, right? They collaborated with thousands of micro-influencers and they had their own unique style. They created a diverse yet cohesive brand image, and this strategy significantly boosted their visibility and sales. To help you get started, I've put together a guide on leveraging micro-influencers for your brand. It includes how to identify and vetting your micro-influencers, the step-by-step process of finding and evaluating potential influencers, tools and resources for influencer research, how to build relationships, how to reach out, best practices for maintaining long-term partnerships, campaign planning and execution, just a bit of template for campaign briefs, agreements, ideas for different types of influencer collaborations, key metrics to track and how to analyze them, tools for monitoring campaign performance. You can download all of this guide. The link is in the description. It's a very basic template for someone just getting started. So before we wrap up, this was a very short episode. Before we wrap up, remember that micro-influencer marketing only works when you give the creative space for them to be who they are, for them to be authentic, and then collaborate with them. Don't boss them around. By choosing the right influencers and building genuine relationships, you can tap into their engaged audience and create impactful campaigns that actually drive real results. That's it for today. Hope you find it useful. Please feel free to reach out to me on LinkedIn or email me at anusha@anushakannan.com. Follow me on LinkedIn to never miss my journey, and I'll see you in the next episode. Peace.